Today we have a top of the line laptop, the Acer Helios 16, which comes loaded with Intel's 13th gen i7 CPU and Nvidia's 4070 GPU. This laptop came in 2023 and is available online for about 2 lakh at the time of making this video. Consider buying it from the link below and support my channel. Also consider subscribing to help my channel grow. In this video, we will talk about this laptop in detail, and I have divided this video into these sections to make it easy for you to navigate your desired parts. Let's start off with some general specifications of this laptop. It comes with Intel's i7-13700HX processor, which has 16 cores and 24 threads, out of which 8 are performance cores and 8 are efficiency cores. It comes loaded with Nvidia's RTX 4070 GPU, which has 8GB of GDDR6 VRAM and a TDP range of 35 to 170 watts with dynamic boost. It has 32GB of DDR5 memory clocked at 5600 MHz, and it comes with 16GB plus 16GB configuration. It has 1TB of M.2 Gen 4 SSDs whose read and write speeds are as follows. Now let's talk about the screen of this laptop. This laptop has a 16-inch WQXGA IPS panel which has an anti-glare display, which is basically a 2K screen with a bigger resolution. It has a native resolution of 2560 by 1920 and has an aspect ratio of 16 by 10. It has a very vivid color gamut of 100% DCI-3, which is very good for content creators and tasks that require color accuracy, and has a contrast ratio of 1000 by 1. It has a screen response time of 3 milliseconds and it has 170 degrees viewing angles. It has a refresh rate of 240Hz and has a really good brightness of 500 nits. It also has the support for G-Sync for a tear-free gaming experience. Here are some of the other features offered in this laptop. It has a mux switch with advanced Optimus, which means you won't have to reboot the laptop for it to take effect. It's got liquid metal instead of traditional thermal paste, which are more efficient in dissipating heat and keeping the thermals in control. It has one always-on USB. It also has Type-C charging option up to 65 watts for on-the-go charging needs. It has killer Wi-Fi 6E, which is one of the best performing Wi-Fi cards, and Bluetooth version 5.2. Now let's talk about the build quality and design of this laptop. It has aluminium top lid and plastic material on the rest of the body. It is black in color, which gives a subtle blue effect in light and is all matte finish. It has a premium glass bar at the back of the laptop, which has 3 zones of RGB on it, which can be customized in Predator Sense software. It gives off a very unique cyber gamerly look to the laptop. It has almost no top lid flex. It has very little keyboard flex even when pressing down hard. It can easily be opened with one hand and the screen goes back to about 130 degrees. The screen doesn't wobble much and has no wobble while typing. The build quality of hinges and overall chassis build and design is one of the best I have ever seen in a laptop. It has dimensions of 14.09 inches by 10.9 inches by 0.98 inches. It should be a big laptop given its bigger than usual screen and hardware, but feels pretty comfortable to hold. But it is not light to hold as it weighs around 2.6 kgs. It has a full-sized keyboard which has good key travel and feels great to type on. It has per key RGB, which looks really cool and offers 12 different lighting effects. Here are how they look like. It has a fully clickable trackpad which feels smooth to work on. It has very smooth edges from front and in the back, which makes it super convenient to manage. It has 4 air exhaust vents, 2 on the back side, 1 on each side, and a big vent on the downside which has more than enough space for air intake. It has 4 big rubber grips on the sides, which makes it easy to grip onto solid surface. It has a webcam of 1080p which records at 60 fps and has noise cancelling feature, which is only present in rarest of the laptops, and also has a decent mic quality. It has 2 downfiring speakers of 2 watt each and has a minor bass to it and sounds loud enough for normal usage. Here is what it sounds like. It has a 90 watt hour battery and comes with 330 watt charging brick. Unfortunately, I was not able to test the laptop completely for battery, but my best guess is that it should give around 3 hours of normal usage and 1 hour of gaming. It will consume more power due to a bigger screen, but might also save power during gaming due to efficiency cores of CPU, and 40 series graphic cards can go way lower in power usage than traditional 30 series cards while performing better. So power might also be saved there, increasing the battery life. Now let's take a look at the ports that it has to offer. It has a total of 3 USB Type-A ports and 2 USB Type-C ports. Starting from the left, it has one RJ45 Ethernet port facing downwards, one USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 1 port which supports data transfer, one micro USB card reader, which again is a rare thing in gaming laptops nowadays but pretty useful for content creators, and one audio mic combo jack. On the right side, it has two USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 2 ports which both support data transfer. The one on the left side is always on port which can be used to charge your devices even when the laptop is powered down. The rest of the ports lie on the back side, which include one charging pin, one HDMI 2.1 port and two USB Type-C Thunderbolt ports which support data transfer and gives display output. This laptop offers better amount and types of ports than most laptops, but personally I feel the placement could have been better, giving USB Type-A ports on the back, as most peripherals use Type-A port like keyboard or a mouse, giving it a cleaner look while sitting on a desk. It has decent upgrade options as well. It has two RAM slots which support up to 16 GB of DDR5 RAM sticks each. It has two M.2 ports which can be both filled with 2 TB of Gen 4 SSD each. It has one Wi-Fi and Bluetooth M.2 card which can be upgraded in future, not that it needs to, as it is already the best Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card till date. Now for some performance benchmarks. Cinebench R23 scored 17391 in multi-core performance and 1865 in single-core performance. Geekbench scores were 13698 for multi-core performance and 2319 for single-core. 3D TimeSpy scored 12380 for GPU, 15871 for CPU, and 12910 overall score. I gathered some data for game performance from some credible sources, and personally I was disappointed with it. Games like Valorant, GTA 5 gave good scores, but COD, Warzone, Far Cry gave average results, which can be expected from 12th Gen i7 with RTX 3060 with 16 GB of RAM. I just couldn't see a reasonable gap in the performance given it's running RTX 4070 with 8 GB of VRAM, 13th Gen i7 and 32 GB RAM with better clock speeds. To make matters worse, games like Cyberpunk and Spider-Man were giving really bad performance, even lower than RTX 3060. My best guess is that it might be due to lack of optimization with next-gen CPUs, GPU and RAM. It may perform in future updates. But on the brighter side, the temps of this laptop in these games are impressive and the laptop managed to keep the temps under control. This just shows the cooling capacity of liquid metal and the all-over cooling system of the chassis. This laptop is suitable for every work you can think of, namely hardcore gaming, streaming, coding, editing, creative workload, 3D modeling, machine learning and AI, as it has a pretty powerful GPU, 32 GB of DDR5 RAM and 8 GB of VRAM. Now let's talk about the competition of this laptop. At the time of making this video, the only other laptop with i7 13th Gen with RTX 4070 that is available is Msi Vector GP77, which costs around 2,20,000 on Amazon. There will be more laptops with similar specs, but after July if I had to guess. In conclusion, I would like to say that this is a premium segment laptop with stellar looks, higher end hardware and a hefty price tag. This laptop can manage everything that you can throw at it easily. I believe that gaming performance will be better over time as the hardware optimization will get better with future updates. Thermals are really great in this laptop, which makes me question if I really need a cooling pad with this one. I am really thankful to Creative Laptop Store in Ludhiana, Kocha Market area, who had faith in me and provided me the opportunity to work with this laptop. Creative Store has laptops of all brands and variants available for purchase and a very cooperative staff to understand your needs and help you purchase the laptop accordingly. They have really competitive price even if you compare it with online channels. Consider buying your next laptop from Creative Store. As this laptop, which is available for 2 lakh on online channels, they are providing it for 1,96,000. If you liked the review, please like the video, dislike if you didn't, tell me about it in the comment section, and consider subscribing for more videos like this.